Africa is without a doubt the continent with the most natural resources. Numerous minerals are mined across the continent, including gold, diamonds, oil, natural gas, copper, and uranium. The continent is home to roughly 97% of the world's chromium, 90% of its cobalt, 85% of its platinum, 70% of its cocoa, and 60% of its coffee. Having all these various resources puts African entrepreneurs in a sweet spot, with an almost inexhaustible supply of resources to fuel their various businesses. Africa has over 18 billionaires and 136,000 millionaires. Today we are going to be combining all these attributes to bring out a list of our 15 richest African families in 2022. Now let's dive into this rich list. 15. The Roux Family. The Roux family is affiliated with Capitec Bank in South Africa through Masiyiwa Roux. He holds around 11% of the company. The bank was established in 2001, and it is currently listed and transacts on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. As one of Africa's most successful banks, Capitec Bank targets South Africa's growing middle class. Roux, who is recognized as one of South Africa's billionaires, presided over the bank's board from 2007 to 2016 and is still a board member today. Having previously led the Boland Bank, which is a local bank in Cape Town, it's safe to say that he is an experienced banker and financial enthusiast. Masiyiwa Roux was awarded an honorary doctorate in commerce by the University of Stellenbosch in 2015. This came about as a result of his groundbreaking revitalization of South Africa's banking sector by creating a distinctive banking system that caters to the demands of the lower income segment of the population. The Roux family is worth over $1.6 billion. 14. The Akhannouch family. The Akhannouch family is one of the most powerful and influential families in Morocco. The Akhannouch are the family of Aziz Akhannouch, a billionaire and politician who has served as Prime Minister of Morocco since his government's inauguration on October 7, 2021. He was also the Minister of Agriculture from 2007 to 2021, in addition to being the CEO of the Aqua Group, a multi-billion-dollar corporation started by his father in 1932. It has affiliations with petroleum, gas, and chemicals. Akhannouch is married to Salwa Idrissi, a successful entrepreneur who runs a mall-based firm and is the Moroccan franchisee for Gap and Zara. They have 3 children together. The Akhannouch family is worth over $1.9 billion. Take a second to leave a like on this video and also hit subscribe, as it helps our videos reach more people. 13. The Al-Fayed Family. The Al-Fayed family is Mohammed Al-Fayed's family. He is a businessman of Egyptian descent whose primary residence and professional interests have been in the UK since the late 1960s. Ownership of the Hotel Ritz Paris, the former Harrods department store, and Fulham FC, both in London, are among Fayed's ventures. In addition to having 4 children, Jasmine, Karim, Camilla, and Omar, with Hine Wathan, a socialite and former model from Finland, Fayed also married her in 1985. In 1987, Fayed established the Al-Fayed Charitable Foundation to aid children with terminal illnesses and those who are underprivileged. The organization works with hospices and organizations in Thailand, Mongolia, and the UK that support disadvantaged and abandoned children. The Al-Fayed family is worth over $2 billion. 12. The Bekker family. The family of Koos Bekker, a multi-billionaire South African businessman who serves as Naspers chairman. The business has operations in 130 nations and is listed on the Johannesburg and London stock exchanges. Outside of the US, China, and India, it has the highest market valuation of any media firm. Bekker was appointed CEO of Naspers in 1997 when the company acquired the other stockholders. The market value of Naspers increased from roughly $1.2 billion to $45 billion during his leadership. He received no salary, bonus, or perks during his 15 years as CEO, which made his remuneration package unusual. He received all of his compensation in the form of time-vested stock options. One of the first 2 pay television businesses outside of the US was formed by him and a few other young friends. Mnet and its affiliated businesses, like MultiChoice, eventually reached 48 nations throughout Africa. He was also a founding director of the mobile communication businessman in the 1990s. The Bekker family is worth over $2.2 billion. 11. The Masiyiwa Family. The Masiyiwa family is one of Zimbabwe's most wealthy and influential families. It is the family of Zimbabwean business tycoon and philanthropist Strive Masiyiwa. He is the founder and executive chairman of the global technology companies Cassava Technologies and Econic Global. Through his family foundation, Masiyiwa has given scholarships to more than 250,000 young Africans over the past 20 years. He has funded educational programs for more than 40,000 orphans and supported scholars at American, British, and Chinese universities. He contributed $100 million, along with his wife, Tsitsi Masiyiwa, to create a fund to support rural entrepreneurs in his nation. The two also founded the Higher Life Foundation, a nonprofit organization that empowers underprivileged children through education and opens doors for young people with exceptional talent. The foundation, which they refer to as their history makers, covers the tuition for kids in Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Burundi through one of the largest scholarship programs in Africa. The Masiyiwa family is worth over $2.2 billion. 10. The Mansour Family. This family is one of the wealthiest North African families. It is Mohammed Mansour's family, the current chairman of the Mansour Group of companies. Mohammed's father, Mansour Sr., started the Egyptian Cotton Trading Company in 1952. As a distributor for U.S. businesses including Chevrolet, Marlboro, General Motors, and Caterpillar, Mansour had strong relationships with his two brothers Youssef and Yassin, and sister Roya, and continued to play an active role in the family business, the Mansour Group. His other interests include McDonald's franchises in Egypt and Metro, the biggest grocery company in that country. Since the death of his father in 1976, Mansour has been the group's leader. He has since presided over all significant corporate advancements, including the establishment of the business private investment arm Man Capital in London. The Mansour family is worth over $2.5 billion. 9. The Motsepe Family. The Motsepe family is Patrice Motsepe's family. He is currently president of the African football's governing body, CAF. Having interests in gold, ferrous metals, base metals, and platinum, he founded and serves as executive chairman of African Rainbow Minerals. He serves as the non-executive chairman of Harmony Gold, the 12th largest gold mining business in the world, as well as the deputy chairman of Sanlam. He is married to Dr. Patience Moloi Motsepe, and the two of them have 3 boys. The boys have managed to maintain a very low profile and have shared very little information with the public, unlike other children born into prominent families who are active on social media. Their oldest son is Thlopi Motsepe. The 33-year-old Motsepe heir is continuing in his parents' footsteps and has already made a name for himself as a rising businessman with a keen interest in the family business, particularly in the sports sector, where he is the current chairman of Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club. The Motsepe family is worth over $2.6 billion. 8. The Kirsh Family. The Kirsh family is Nathan Kirsh's family. He is a South African-born Swazi businessman. His company, the Kirsh Group, is in charge of Restaurant Depot and Jetro Cash and Carry, 2 cash and carry businesses in the state of New York. The group also has equity and holdings in Australia, Eswatini, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Israel. He established Jetro, a cash and carry shop in Brooklyn, New York on June 1976. In 1995, he opened Restaurant Depot's first retail location in New York after purchasing it in 1994. Since then, Jetro and Restaurant Depot have been operating as sister companies under Jetro Holdings. Jetro Holdings, which operated roughly 115 Jetro Cash and Carry and Restaurant Depot locations in the United States as of August 2018, was 75% owned by Kirsh. Initiating the Kirsh Foundation, a global nonprofit, was his achievement. One of its initiatives is a microfinance project that it is working on with the chiefs of Swaziland to offer cheap loans and financial literacy training to Swazi women. As of 2010, 5,500 successful small firms have been supported by Kirsh's seed fund in Lanyello. Around 20,000 individuals were employed by small firms that the fund had launched as of 2015. The Kirsh family is worth over $4.8 billion. 7. The Rebrab family. Issad Rebrab is a multi-billionaire Algerian businessman who serves as CEO of Sawiris Industrial Group, the country's biggest private corporation and a player in the food, agribusiness, steel, and electronics industries. His industrial career began in 1971 when one of his clients suggested he purchase stock in a firm that specialized in metallurgical construction. Following that, in 1975, he founded Profiler, and in 1988, he founded more steel-related businesses. His primary facilities were obliterated by terrorists in 1995. Rebrab chose to leave Algeria after realizing the dangers of remaining. He returned in 1998 with Sawiris, the largest agricultural conglomerate that went on to become the biggest privately held enterprise in Algeria. Sawiris is the owner of one of the largest sugar refineries in the world, with a capacity to produce 2 million tons of sugar each year. The Rebrab family is worth over $5.1 billion. 6. The Adenuga family. Mike Adenuga is a Nigerian multi-billionaire businessman. His company, Globacom, or simply Glo, is the second largest telecom provider in Nigeria and is also active in Ghana and Benin. He is a shareholder in the Equatorial Trust Bank and the oil exploration company Akhannouch. At the age of 26, Adenuga allegedly sold lace and distributed soft drinks, earning him his first $1 million naira, which he further invested into a small crude oil business. He was granted a drilling permit in 1990, and by some random twist of fate, his Consolidated Oil became the first indigenous oil business to discover commercial quantities of oil in shallow seas in southwestern Ondo State in 1991. He currently owns roughly 10 oil wells, and his lone publicly traded company, Akhannouch, is an upstream and downstream operator with sizable gas reserves. The Adenuga family is worth over $6.3 billion. 5. The Rabiu family. This is Abdul Samad Rabiu's family. He is a Nigerian multi-billionaire businessman and philanthropist. His late father was a prominent industrialist in Nigeria in the 1970s and 80s. Abdul Samad is the founder and chairman of BUA Group, a Nigerian conglomerate focused on manufacturing, infrastructure, and agriculture, with annual revenues exceeding $2.5 billion. He also serves as chairman of the Nigerian Bank of Industry. Abdul Samad Rabiu founded BUA International Limited in 1988 with the sole aim of trading commodities. Rice, edible oil, flour, wheat, and steel were all imported by the enterprise. Furthering its foray into the steel industry, BUA built numerous rolling mills in Nigeria, produced billets, and imported iron ore. A few years later, BUA purchased Nigerian Oil Mills Limited, the country's biggest processor of edible oils. BUA opened 2 flour milling facilities in Lagos and Kano in 2005. 4. The Rupert family. The Rupert family is Johann Rupert's family. He is a South African multi-billionaire businessman and the oldest child of business magnate Anton Rupert. He serves as chairman of both the South African firm Rengro and the Swiss-based luxury goods company Richemont. He has served as Compagnie Financière Richemont's CEO since April 2010. Former cricket player Rupert established the Laureus Sport for Good Foundation in 1990. The purpose of Laureus' 65 global programs is to use sport to address social challenges, with a focus on poor children. Tim Noakes and Morne du Plessis, 2 of his friends, and he co-founded the Sports Science Institute. In addition, Rupert built the Leopard Creek Golf Club, which Gary Player designed in Mpumalanga, South Africa. It is one of the top 3 golf courses in the country and is ranked 25th worldwide. He oversees both the South African Golf Development Board and the South African PGA Tour. He was inducted into the South African Golf Hall of Fame in 2009 after being chosen to the South African Sports Hall of Fame in 2007. The Rupert family is worth over $7.5 billion. 3. The Oppenheimer Family. This is Nicky Oppenheimer's family, a South African multi-billionaire businessman who was formerly the deputy chairman of Anglo American and served as chairman of the De Beers Diamond Mining Corporation and its subsidiary, the Diamond Trading Company. In 1968, Oppenheimer joined Anglo America, and he was made a director in 1974, and in 1983, he was made deputy chairman. A large portion of the Oppenheimer family's charitable activities has been focused on protecting the history and cultural significance of the Southern African region, as well as on broader community upliftment in the fields of education, health, nature protection, and the arts. The Brenthurst Foundation was founded in 2005 by Nicky Oppenheimer and his son Jonathan Oppenheimer as a method to contribute to the discussion surrounding strategies and policies for enhancing Africa's economic performance and facilitating inclusive and sustainable development. The family has also long been active in conservation and environmental issues. To maximize the potential of their properties for conservation, research, and environmental awareness purposes, the Oppenheimer family partnered with De Beers to establish the Diamond Route in 2006. The Oppenheimer family is worth over $8.6 billion. 2. The Sawiris Family. The Sawiris family is English football club Aston Villa chairman Nassef Sawiris' family. The family is an Egyptian Coptic Christian family that owns the Orascom conglomerate, spanning telecommunications, construction, tourism, industries, and technology. The late Ansi Sawiris started Orascom in 1950, which has now expanded into a conglomerate of businesses led by his son Naguib Sawiris at Orascom Telecom Holding, Nassef Sawiris at Orascom Construction Industries, and Samis Sawiris at Orascom Hotels and Development. Naguib Sawiris is a shareholder in Mobinol, the largest mobile phone provider in Egypt, which has operations in North Korea, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Algeria, and Tunisia. Additionally, he has made investments through affiliates in Canada through Global Live Wireless. Additionally, Naguib Sawiris owns TV holdings, most notably in OTV, and is an investor in the Al Masri Al-Yawm, a highly regarded independent newspaper in Egypt. The Sawiris family actively supports economic, social, and charitable development through the Sawiris Foundation for Social Development, which also sponsors the Sawiris Foundation Awards for Egyptian Literature. The Sawiris family is worth over $10.5 billion. 1. The Dangote Family. The Dangote family is Aliko Dangote's family. He is a Nigerian multi-billionaire businessman. Dangote founded the largest industrial conglomerate in West Africa, the Dangote Group, and also serves as its current chairman and CEO. The Dangote Group was established as a small trading firm in 1977. The same year, Dangote relocated to Lagos to expand the company. Dangote accepted a loan from his uncle to start trading in agricultural products like rice and sugar, as well as commodities like bagged cement. He proposed to the Central Bank of Nigeria in the 1990s that it would be more affordable for the bank to let his transport company operate their fleet of staff buses, and the proposition was also accepted. The Dangote Group is currently one of Africa's biggest companies operating in over 14 African countries. With subsidiaries including the Dangote Sugar Refinery, Dangote Cement, and Dangote Flour, the Dangote Group has evolved from a trading firm to become Nigeria's largest industrial conglomerate. The refinery division of Dangote Group, which supplies the majority of Nigeria's soft drink producers, breweries, and confectioners, controls the country's sugar market. The Dangote family is worth over $14.9 billion. Those were the 15 richest families in Africa in 2022. When will your family be on the list? We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't. We are always delighted to welcome new subscribers into our community of touristers here on The New Tourist. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.